is not Thursday. Thursday.
Yes, sir.
Thursday. Okay.
Post. Technodifier 36, and some of these topics are going to be a little out of date, but they're still interesting. They were just been covered like a month ago by other tech people.
And we can throw in a couple new things.
Right. But the first thing is Google Street View, which is like, it's that two-parter that it's really cool, but it's really kind of creepy too.
Right.
As far as it's just pictures of people on the street.
Look, here you just gotta accept.
Just from a giant database.
Yeah, like. The government knows everything you fucking.
They don't have this data.
They can have any data they want to.
They don't have this data.
Sure they do. Okay, Australia has it and we buy it from them.
No, that's what I'm saying. This stuff is actually held by private companies. That they control it. They're not just going to give it to the government. They'll actually fight. They might have contracts behind
It's held by foreign governments and we buy it from them. You remember the way that all that shit worked out. Echelon?
Well, that's not what I'm talking about.
I'm just saying
I'm talking about a van that drives around with cameras on it.
Yeah.
That's the weirdest part of the whole thing, maybe.
I agree.
There's a van driving around with a camera.
That's how they get the data. And it takes pictures, and then they make their database.
Pretty messed up.
The question is, how long before it's real time? Like every city bus has cameras on them or something that Google pays for the city bus through their cameras?
And then like news footage would just be like Google Map
footage provided by Google of crimes and stuff like that.
Google here's what happened, because we saw it.
Google crime.
Put on taxis and buses.
Yeah.
Google security.
They'll have their own Max Google channel where it's like bad shit happening.
Google Supermax prison.
Yeah, it's interesting, but it looks really cool. And I was talking to Nate. I was like, dude, you probably actually help use this to look for apartment. Because you can really see where the apartment is.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, look at the neighborhood around it. Like,
it's a big deal in San Francisco, the city. Or is he in San Francisco still or in Oakland?
He's in the city. He's in San Francisco. And I don't know, it's just interesting. It doesn't exist for Indiana.
Yeah.
No.
But what, it's New York,
Nobody cares what
San Francisco,
Austin.
I think it was Dallas.
Dallas.
And Miami was the stuff they had recently. I don't know, it's just really, we were just watching a little iPhone review that Pogue did.
Yeah, it's great.
And it showed Google Maps, which is like the killer app for that thing, really.
Yeah.
And then hit it and then dial it, like your visual layout of where things are, like.
Yeah. Pretty badass.
I mean, imagine that being in any city you travel all the time.
Mm-hmm.
To have that detailed maps with information like attached to it to call places.
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet. Like, I could see those being rented easily for people traveling to the U.S. or other countries.
Yeah.
There's news that
you have to be like connected for all that though. I mean, can you have?
Oh yeah, you have to be connected.
Like it seems like it would be cool if you could just get like all of the information.
It doesn't have a big enough drive for that.
Yeah.
But it's just Google Maps. I mean,
right.
But it's running over the GPR, their Edge network, which is not the 3G network. That's why a lot of people are bitching about how the iPhone doesn't even do 3G. But it does Wi-Fi, so I think a lot of that stuff people are doing from Wi-Fi.
Right.
If you're doing anything, you're really going to download something, you're going to want to use Wi-Fi. It's going to be way faster than the Edge stuff.
So what's this Surface?
There's a laptop version of this too now, since we've talked about this, but that's Microsoft's table.
Oh, they did a laptop version of it?
So they've developed a small the prototype so far.
Interesting.
That they've just got sensors mounted on the back that showed us like in the research, it was just cut out of a normal display. But you could grab things on that screen and move them around.
Interesting.
It's all just infrared cameras, basically.
Right.
That shine infrared through the screen at you.
So
where you touch the screen, it knows where you are and it recognizes.
Yeah.
And this one they only had like an area like about 2.5 inches tall.
Mm-hmm.
There was a strip across the screen that was sensitive to touch.
Right.
Because it's a prototype, they just did sensors. But the next one they'll have them all over the place. It's the iPhone interface. It's that multi-touch, grab things, moving around, zoom in and out. They didn't invent it. It's been invented. Like there's a dude at MIT that had sold systems for a long time that basically does a lot of it's visualization of data where they have like 3 layers of maps, and you can manipulate them like Minority Report, and slide them over each other, and have transparency and move stuff around, and see different slices of information that way.
So you have to figure out how you're going to like display all that.
But those were custom made for companies and corporations and research places, and now this thing is, I think they're saying, I think it was like $10,000 or something, and they're selling them to like casinos and stuff first.
Speaking of manipulating massive amounts of data, Microsoft actually has another technology demo I forgot to tell you about. I saw it at work. This thing called Sea-Dragon. Yeah, Photosynth, which is a layer on top of a thing called Sea-Dragon.
Sea-Dragon's the
underlying technology.
Is it the data? Does it actually calculate it from, or do you have to build a 3D model? Because they said depending on what you read and what pressure you've heard about this Photosynth thing, is that it takes photos and generates a 3D model, and then by the differences in the photos, which I was not too big of a jump, because that photo merge thing in Photoshop now automatically will take like 12 images and stitch them together.
The guy, did you see the demo where the guy was like showing a grid of images, right? And then like the one that's
you click on and see the perspectives of them.
But then like there's one up in the top left corner that was like looked like these 3 little stripes. When we zoomed in on it, it was columns. And then when he zoomed on it even more, it was an entire book. It was like a full-length novel. And he kept zooming in, and he got all the way down to the text level on.
Well, that's because they're just different photos.
Font, and there was no distortion whatsoever. No, these weren't. I mean, dude, it was down to the.
They shot really high resolution photos. For that demo.
It was all seamless scaling, though.
They've got like 3 different demos for the Photosynth thing on their site.
It's like seamless scaling. It was insane. It was amazing.
And it runs in Firefox too, because it's a plugin to render it.
That's great.
It actually runs in Firefox. It's like the research people at Microsoft are like, well, it needs to run in Firefox.
Yeah.
Especially if it's a photo thing. There's people who run it. I don't know, but yeah, check out Photosynth, and we'll have to show it to you.
Yeah.
When we're done with the show, Josh. But I don't know. I think multi-touch isn't. It's going to be it's going to be an additional interface. It's not like it's going to replace real keyboards.
No.
But even on the fact that the iPhone has that virtual keyboard. I think it's Motorola on one of the new. They went touchscreen on one of their phones.
Yeah.
And it has haptic response to where there's like a servo in it that spins that like gives you a sensation when you hit a button.
Yeah.
So you get a sensation of hitting this virtual button with a physical sensation. Yeah. So where you're used to pushing a button and it clicking, you know that the button took.
It does.
Rather than having to be a visual confirmation, which is what the iPhone's doing.
Right.
Which isn't the same as being able to DOS something and not look at it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think you're going to be able to type on that keyboard without looking at it.
Right. Yeah, you're going to have to stare at it a lot.
I mean, you're going to get to a point, there's no way you're so fast that you're going to be able to...
Yeah.
And you can't do it with 2 thumbs, I guess, either. That's one of the things I read, that you have to do it with, like, 1 finger. If you do it with 2, it just screws it up. Mm-hmm. Which is what a lot of people have got used to. It's certainly faster to type with your 2 thumbs than it is to type with 1 finger.
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, like, when people get used to things, they gotta know that it's gonna change pretty soon.
Right. Well, hopefully
no matter what it is,
and the haptic response stuff will get there.
Yeah.
But like, I could see typing with both your index fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's.
I didn't think I would like be able to text quickly at all.
With numbers.
But now I don't even like think about it. You know, it's just like.
Yeah. Well, at least you came to it. Do you use the adaptive stuff at all?
Adaptive stuff.
The where it like tells you half like guesses words for you and you can.
No, I don't.
See, that stuff's got better, and that's actually helpful.
Yeah.
I had to get used to the differences on what confirm was and stuff. But that's very helpful on the cell phone. But
what else we got?
TiVo has actually been talking about a light HD device.
Oh, nice. What's that?
Something less expensive. They would do HD, but less expensive than the cable card.
Right.
When they have the dual cable card one, that's like $800. Supposedly, you can get it from right now from Amazon. Had it for like $406.
Oh, that's cool.
The new crazy TiVo.
The new one.
There's dual HD tuners.
That's pretty fucking nuts. I mean, that's going to be expensive no matter what.
And it has external serial ATA interface, so you can add another drive.
Yeah.
And it looks really sweet. But yeah, HD. It was expensive. It was like $800 when I got mine. But there's been a bump, and this is a few weeks ago now. The Apple TV finally got a 160 gig drive option, and they added YouTube support in the same.
Yeah, and there's.
But if you notice how they're doing this YouTube support,
oh.
YouTube is re-encoding all their videos for Apple. Because they don't inherently play the streaming video, the flash streaming video stuff.
YouTube doesn't.
No, the Apple
Apple
TV
doesn't.
doesn't.
Right.
Nor does the iPhone. They play the H.264 stuff. So they're reformatting all their video so that it can be played on... I bet it sees your browser and it's an iPhone and it kicks you to a whole different system or something.
Yeah.
They work with YouTube to get that stuff.
That's insane.
Kind of like how they work with Google to get Google Maps, you know.
Or kind of like how they work with AT&T.
Right, which was singular when they started.
Yeah.
Which is Steve Jobs usually calling somebody and saying, "What are you guys gonna do for the iPhone?"
Yeah.
Yeah. It was just funny because he said in that Gates interview from, what was it, the tech meet, that tech
Yeah.
thing, with him and it was Gates and Jobs, that Jobs said he envied Gates' ability to partner with companies because they had never been able to do that very well.
Yeah.
And I read it. Did you read that other thing? It was on. There was a part in it about how Intel wouldn't cut Apple a deal early on Intel processors because they didn't sell enough volume.
Right.
So he was so pissed off about that. That's why they never had Intel. They didn't have Intel processors for so long because he was pissed off about Intel.
Yeah. Because they wouldn't cut him a deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he had to like bite his tongue and come back.
That's so funny.
It's all about the ego.
Yeah, it is. The big ego
It's
checks.
hilarious. But yeah, we've seen a 256 gig solid state drive. You're saying that there's a VAIO that has an option. Was it a VAIO?
Yeah, it was only like 32
It
or
was
something.
32. See,
Yeah.
but you get to where you have a 256 gig solid state drive.
Right.
That's reasonable.
Definitely.
But you know those things are it's like 10 grand right now or something.
Yeah.
But that's going to be the ultimate thing for a laptop.
Oh yeah.
And eventually, when they're that big, that's going to replace.
Drives.
Yeah, we're going to replace. But they're faster than those flash drives.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's going to replace those drives in like everybody's phones and
Right. Oh, for sure. It'll do that first.
iPod and all that.
That'll
stuff.
happen first. It'll replace all
How
the
big does a
drives.
flash drive have to be, though? I mean, really?
Well, the biggest ones they sell now are the 8 gig, like the one that's a product from Apple.
Hmm.
And that'll be the big iPhone's the 8 gig,
Yeah.
and it's flash. They could sell with 256 gig. Although those things I'm sure are laptop size, but it doesn't take long for that stuff to trickle down anymore. Like,
Right.
it's just fucking. If you just look at storage, like if you bought memory cards very long ago, or you bought RAM or hard drives very long ago,
It's all completely changed.
like the first hard drive I bought was an upgrade for my computer. I think it was an 85 megabyte hard drive because it had like a 34 in it. That was my computer.
I remember saving up months to buy RAM in the late '80s for samplers.
RAM was expensive in the late 80s. It was like $1,000 a meg.
Damn.
Yeah. I remember we saved up months to buy RAM.
When Windows NT came out, it required 16 meg of RAM. That was $16,000 worth of RAM.
Yeah.
People are like, I'm not running that fucking operating system.
$16,000 in a computer? Are you kidding me?
That was just the RAM. They didn't need
Yeah.
a computer. I think that's what it was. I think it was like $1,000 a meg, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was really expensive. Insane.
Yeah, I remember buying RAM for my computer and they put it in wrong. And that's when I realized. That's when I started learning about.
Even the early '90s, it carried through.
That was
like,
early 90s. Yeah.
Yeah, early '90s, not late '80s. It was early '90s. For sure,
okay.
Yeah.
It was expensive in the 90s. It was expensive until like 5 years ago, which I guess would have been in the 90s. No, not the 90s.
No, I mean, it was like ludicrously expensive. I mean,
Right,
it
right.
was like
That's
only
what-
business could afford it.
That's true.
Expensive for a
Right.
long time.
But we talk about this, but that we have a link to the interview where Gates and Jobs sat down. It's really kind of funny. It just kind of made me think that Jobs is more of a douche.
Well,
I think Gates wouldn't take the bait.
You can
but-
just read. You can just kind of see both guys for who they are. Really, I mean, it's as real as it gets, you know. And it's funny because most Apple people start talking about how cool Woz is when they see that thing.
Well, Woz is cool.
Exactly.
Woz actually made things,
Yeah.
and Gates made things. I was reading
He makes profits. That's what he
right.
makes.
Well, I was reading about the,
Makes donations now.
what became is it soap, or
Yeah.
I think it's what became soap. It's Dave Weiner, the guy that like built XML,
Uh huh.
and then the whole RSS
Yep.
concept.
Yep.
And SOAP, like he built the standards for these. He was talking about working with Microsoft. At Microsoft, when they were working on that standard, he actually exchanged mail with Bill Gates.
Mm-hmm.
because he understood the standard. And he said
Yeah.
like the company got the standard and they like backed it. And
Which is a really cool thing.
yeah,
You're not going to get chief marketing guy to really get XML.
he said like he was saying he talked to all these other people and they didn't even get what he was talking about because it's that whole protocol thing that it's sending.
It's this flexible, dynamic thing. You can make whatever.
Well, you
it's
ask a
how people-
request in XML and you get a file back like in XML.
Right.
It's over HTTP and that's like the extent of it. That's really all that really means, I guess.
It is.
There's
It's,
some-
it's just a formatting. It's just a.
But it was like such a
markup. It's
gigantic
markup.
thing. Well, RSS is what makes podcasts possible, you know. Basically.
Right.
Well, and that was the enclosure thing. That was an addition that like
Yeah, that you can
you had
do.
to convince Weiner. That was what Adam what's his nuts. Dude,
Curry.
Adam Curry was actually I think knew Weiner and was trying to convince him and other people were trying to convince him
To
to
do-
make that enclosure thing in RSS.
Yeah.
And that's what made vidcasts and podcasts possible because that's
Yep.
all that was
Yep.
an extension on.
That's
And
right.
it's a standard too that every like what browser doesn't support RSS now?
Every single one.
That
of them.
wasn't that long ago. That's probably
It's really happened over the
10
last
years
couple
ago
of
that the
years.
standard that it was even
But
set.
but there's really taken off. I mean, literally in the last 5 years.
Well, every online news thing has some sort of RSS
everything.
feed.
Yeah, everything does.
There's an RSS feed for all your Netflix stuff. There's I'm trying to think of what else. I saw something else that had RSS feed recently that I wouldn't have thought would have.
Just any average like message board for a band has RSS feeds now.
Right, because they're just part of the forum that generates it now.
Yeah.
Or the pages or whatever. I don't. It's interesting what something that simple, if you really think about it, what that did to distribution.
I want to be set. You know, there's all kinds of applications you can use for it. It's insane. I'll be setting up a few of them for my sites as well.
That's cool. And then there's this. Somebody did a. I've seen Boing Boing has been running all this steampunk stuff, quote unquote steampunk, which is like retro technology.
Yeah.
So this was this monitor that was made to look like it was like antique. A lot of it looks like steampunk. The best way to say it is it's like Brazil.
Yeah,
electronics.
I agree. I think I hate that anything edgy these days has to have the word punk attached to it. Like it's some kind of punk.
Well, I get it for that.
I get it. but
Steampunk.
still,
It's like.
it's lame.
Well, the team term might be lame, but the stuff people are doing is
No, I
pretty
think it's
cool.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. It's again one of those times where it's like somebody who comes up with the monikers for these things.
Yeah, and we've been talking. There's somebody did a scanner mod too,
Oh, nice,
like made with the monitor one. He made like custom brass fittings and
nice.
used the old lamp as a base.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it's like
yeah.
really
Really
cool. Like I would
neat
love a
stuff.
monitor like that.
That stuff has been everywhere too.
There's a lot of these people doing it their own self, you know.
Yeah.
Like the Ben Heck Xbox 360 laptop that he made,
Oh, really?
like custom case, like everything.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy. We've also been talking about how a bunch of different artists' music is coming out exclusively on like thumb drives.
Woohoo!
There's Bob Marley stuff. There's new White Stripes,
MIA.
MIA. What came out on that? Or just that one track?
The boy single.
There's
It's on 12-inch and thumb drive.
There's something else too. Somebody else is doing.
How much
it
was the
there.
thumb drive?
I don't remember. A lot, probably.
See, that's what because it's like they're all gimmicks now.
Yeah.
But if they were a reasonable price, if it was
There's no
like
reason they
$12,
shouldn't be.
they're so cheap for what you would need to get an album on.
Yeah.
You may as well. Why not just buy it on iTunes or on some
Because iTunes has DRM.
service? Oh, that's true. You're just trying to get the MP3s. I don't know.
I buy it on CD. That's why I buy. That's how
Yeah.
I get the music I buy is on CD that I rip
Right,
because I don't
and
want
you're still
the
putting record
DRM.
and WAV files. I mean, the CD is still a better value in a way.
Yeah, it's the WAV files.
Yeah.
When you have to run the little extraction thing, but
Yeah, it's WAV files.
yeah, and you can put it into whatever format you want too.
Yeah.
If you get a new player that plays the blue file, the new audio format that blows the
That's
nuts
what I'm
off
saying.
everything
These
else,
thumb drives are coming with compressed audio. Then is going to
Right.
be the bitch.
and
you
it
know?
costs more than if you bought a
Maybe,
CD.
maybe they don't. Thumb drives could be.
They're
big
almost
enough to
always.
where-
They're always.
They're not
I
gonna
would
be
be.
waves.
I'd be very pleasantly surprised if I saw that they were like WAV files.
I guarantee they're not.
The only place you saw that is like all of MP3.com,
Mhm.
Yeah.
where you
yeah.
can get them in whatever format you wanted.
Yeah.
That's actually a cool aspect of, but it was by the megabyte. That's how you paid.
Well, it is Russian.
Well,
Yeah.
it wasn't. They weren't paying the artist. I don't think anything.
Right.
That site was slick. Did you ever buy any of the stuff from there?
No, I didn't.
Oh, I did. It was pretty sweet.
So what happened to the lawsuit against them?
It was like the
Last I remember, they were just saying, "Oh, fuck you, Americans. We don't."
well they made. I think it was so that they could get into some commerce body the copyright, international copyright police, whatever, U.S. pressured Russia that they had to do something or they weren't going to be allowed in the club, basically.
Oh God.
So they've been shut down a couple times. I don't know really what the status is right now.
Interesting.
But it looked like a totally up and up site.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, you're paying still not much. But
Yeah, it was like you could get an album for like $1.10
that's wicked.
if you got it into like 128K MP3s.
Hey, it's exchange rate, right?
So these turntables, this is really interesting because a person that I'm working with now bought one of these, not one of these, but a quote-unquote USB, a so-called USB turntable.
Oh, right.
Yeah, the problem is there's like the cheap ones.
It was crap.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see what the reviews are of the people that make turntables versions of them, like Stanton and Newmark.
Yeah, those are like normal turntables that have like electronics in them. They're built better at least than those like plastic ones that are the USB turntable. They don't even have audio outs. They're just USB.
Yeah, what's the one that you had the link for? Is that a Stanton?
The Stanton T90 was the one I saw a review for, and then you were saying there's the Newmark TT, I think.
But that's the Newmark TT just has it has digital.
That's what I thought.
See, I want the audio interface too. That Stanton T90 has an audio interface. So like this like Paul's mixer is a sound card over FireWire. It's a sound card over USB.
We should talk about my mixer. My mixer is the NRV10. It's the M-Audio FireWire 10-channel mixer that
mixer card.
Yeah, mixer / audio interface /
software output, whatever, everything.
Actually, there's another component I didn't show you that you can open in this effects program controller. Yeah, we looked at that last night actually a little bit. We were trying to get it to work.
And it blew up.
Yeah, but there's another component to it as well. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, people always tell you Mac is everything works. That's bullshit.
Yeah, I've had a lot of things.
I had Firefox just blow my machine up and give a kernel panic the other day, and I had to blow away Firefox and reinstall Firefox.
How about telling
That's
time?
the first time I ever had a kernel panic.
Telling time should just
I think
work.
there's something weird with your machine, period, because when it's Windows and it are fighting, and there's something weird. And it won't read certain disks either.
Anyway.
That mine reads. That's weird.
It's not just working, okay? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Is that even...
You mean it's just not working?
It just kind of works.
It just works, or it doesn't.
It
just works, or it just doesn't.
Or it just doesn't.
With mine, it's not it just works, it just works.
Just barely.
I mean, yeah.
I wouldn't say that. I'm really happy.
No, I like mine. I really do. That's an oversight. I like to give Max a hard time. I've historically.
I'm not trying to be reasonable about it.
It's like I still like to give him a hard time.
Here's my grand viewpoint on Macs and Apples. They are cool, and a lot of times they're better than whatever their competitor is. But at the same time, they're not anywhere in the same galaxy as cool as they will say it will be before it comes out. Ever. Not even close.
Oh yeah, they overpromote all that stuff.
It's and I don't know if I don't know if any other company
that's how they exist.
Can get away with that. Yeah.
Well, and the press eats it up.
I know. It's like what?
Well, we just saw some of it with the iPhone. It's about to happen again.
Well, that's even why I brought the iPhone up. Is just I've been watching all the reviews that happen all at once for it, and even when they announced it, how excited the press was. They're like, "You've never seen it.
Yeah.
You don't need."
They're drooling over it. They've been drooling over it.
That's why in that Pogue video, it was like, "Well, here's one of the problems I have," and people chasing it. That's because people get crazy.
Yeah.
First, I don't like talking to. I don't know. I like talking to a thing that looks like a phone, at least a cell phone.
I like bricks.
I'm talking to a screen. Yeah, but you're gonna put that screen up in your face.
I know. And they'll have your face all over.
It comes with and you touch it all the time too.
Yeah.
It comes with a cleaning rag or something.
An eye rag.
Yeah, an eye rag.
on the eye rag.
But it's guess what? That's gonna have fingerprints all over the thing. It's gonna look horrible. As soon as you have it for a week.
Parallels
version 3 came out. Paul's been running it, but we haven't really tested the 3D stuff at all. No. It actually does 3D
I gotta install
rendering without rebooting the boot camp.
I'll install my Battlefront 2 on it.
Is that even running Windows on your Mac?
What?
You gotta understand that.
Sure will.
You've run it in Windows on that?
I bet it will. It runs on anything. It's not crazy.
It's got the graphic cards in these aren't that snazzy.
Neither's mine.
Yours is nicer than that, isn't it? In your laptop, isn't it?
Probably, but not.
The thing has shared memory, 64 meg or something.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It might work.
like Half-Life 2, I have to like crank everything down for it to run.
Well, right, and that's what I'm saying. Battlefront
In
2.
Windows.
Battlefront 2, you don't have to do.
It's not as detailed?
I don't change anything. All I do is crank up the resolution on
okay.
mine, and that's it. It runs.
But cross promotion and the other RSS stuff, I've finally actually been putting real content on my blog.
I've been doing a little bit
like
more
photos
blogging
and things.
erratically. You're doing like original content.
Trying to do more so.
Yeah.
I have a bunch of video of TV Mike and the Scarecrows, in which you were in some, Josh.
Cool.
Nice.
There's some other videos. I think I accidentally posted the actual raw video that you edited for the New Year's thing. Because I just had a directory of stuff, and it was your source stuff.
That's funny.
So there's one of those.
It's my viral promotion. That's all.
One of those is up on YouTube.
Right.
I got to where I was finally batching
Wasn't it
stuff.
like long? Or wait,
That wasn't very long. That was
the
the
footage
intro.
that you took?
No, that you're.
Oh, it's like 20 minutes long.
Yeah, but I just set the codec. I'm using DivX Pro on the Mac, which runs way better than DivX Pro on the PC.
Right.
I'm just telling you,
DivX Pro in general seems to.
it doesn't make any sense as it was
No.
built on the Windows machine first. But I convert them to like less than 100 meg and set it 320 by 240 and just run them all through, and it'll make them. It takes longer, obviously, if it's a bigger source file, but I got a lot of stuff up that way, and then I upload it. There's no batch uploader for YouTube. Well, if there was, you could use it like Flickr.
Right, that's true. I agree. Yeah.
Every time you shot video of your family, you could put it on YouTube.
Just load it straight up.
You know what I mean? You never have to worry about burning people DVDs and sending it to them.
Right.
It's like, go to YouTube, man. I'm not burning your DVD. Those things cost money.
So
Did you remember this story? This from a while back. The DMCA guy used the DMCA to go after somebody who had video of the electric slide.
Oh yeah,
on YouTube because he said he owned the electric slide, and they were cutting out dance steps.
He
said was violating his intellectual property.
Oh, he was so pissed because it's a 22-step dance, and everyone's been doing it as an 18-step dance, and he's livid about it.
Oh,
and
yeah.
the fact that
This
they're
is life's
calling
work.
this dance that is not the electric slide just eats him to his core, and so he's going to use the DMCA to go after them, which.
Because it was in video or something. Like somehow they were used it because it was in video that did it.
Interesting.
Because he didn't own the intellectual property, and you can call anybody that has video up and say that's my intellectual property, and then by the DMCA they have to take it down. That's how he was going to use it.
Yeah, it's like intellectual property does not apply to a dance that people are performing
No
and
shit.
misnaming. It's sort of like then by the DMCA, every person that's ever been misrepresented as a Republican or Democrat on Fox News, which seems to happen all the time during very inconvenient times to Democrats, they could call and say, you misrepresented my intellectual property.
No, you have to develop a dance. You're the politician that dance all
You
the
have
time.
to develop something that cannot be, trademarked or protected by law in any other way.
Is it your party affiliation and your name, your own intellectual property? And if
No,
so,
it has to be something. It has to be like a thing.
That's too tangible.
You're right.
It has
I
to
guess
be.
it is.
It has to be more of a myth.
An abstract concept.
Exactly.
But my hosting company, I guess I wasn't one of them, but they had a bunch of things compromised.
DreamHost.
Yeah,
Who's DreamHost?
they're my hosting company.
They used to do anybody. They weren't the Gate. No, the Gate is
No,
what used to
I got
be
rid of
hosted.
Gate.
Yeah, they were awful.
DreamHost's company is like employee owned, so they have like
Yeah. Okay.
and they're doing carbon offsets. They're buying like
That's cool.
carbon offsets for that. Which they're something,
Yeah, dude, that's great.
And they're like GoDaddy's fucking. I hate GoDaddy. They stole one of my domains, I think, from me.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, bastards. I don't like GoDaddy.
That's what I use. But I don't care.
But Josh is just getting a new phone.
I'm getting a new phone, and I'm getting faster internet.
You're getting way
broad.
faster internet.
I'm moving into the 21st century.
You're going from dial-up to cable modem, right?
Yep.
That's super rad.
What did you say? What cable modem it was they had?
I
I kind of wondered if they'd have one cheaper.
don't know what it was.
They used to try to rent it to you.
Yeah.
No, they just said it's $39. I was like,
They
It's
charge
not
her-
bad.
They used to
At
charge
all.
a lot for it too. Remember that? It was like
To rent it to you.
They probably.
or it was $300 or something. Yeah.
Well, when they stopped, when they
Well, no, they were
started
so
selling
cheap.
them everywhere else, they were
Well,
probably.
Paul and I think were the first people in the area we were in that got set up. for
There's no
cable
question
modems.
we were.
And when they came out to my place to set it up, there was a guy from like the network stuff. There was a guy who like ran the cable.
Right.
Then there were like 2 computer people. It was like 4 guys came out. Could you imagine that today? Sending 4 people out to set up a
It's like
cable
you
modem?
barely get a guy shoving a cable in the.
Here it is.
Yeah, exactly. See ya. CD,
No,
blam!
We got up to your cable then and plug it into your computer, okay?
Got it? Good.
Yeah, but they came out and they tried to install their own browser, and I'm like, I don't need your browser.
Yeah. Please don't install software.
That was when you'd have problems all the time too. Things you'd get kicked off the network all the time. You couldn't get back on. You'd have to call them, and then you'd have to re-push whatever that means.
Yeah.
Re-push it. That's what they would say all the time. It used to happen this way.
Got to re-push
So-
your Mac.
So we
address.
finally got to where one of the technicians gave me the 3rd tier,
That was such
support
a great phone
line.
number to have.
and I gave it to Paul. And Paul, you were saying that you called one time and they're like, "How'd you get this number?"
Yeah. I was like, oh,
Yeah, I would use call and just go, "Yeah, I've tried this, but I don't know. Could you re-push it?" And they'd be like, "Okay."
Yeah,
They do it,
exactly.
and then all right.
It'll work. Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, the 3rd tier, I guess. I
Yeah.
skipped a couple other, the useless tiers, man.
Oh,
I almost feel like if I'm ever calling for tech support, I'm like, "What's your top tier?" I want you to talk to it now.
Ceiling. Give me the ceiling.
I don't want the guy to
Let's
ask
go.
me if it's turned on because yes, it's turned on, man.
Come on, your hurdles. I am jumping you. Let's go.
Let's make this work most of the time a little bit better. But so when are you getting hooked up with your broadband, Josh?
Friday
Rock on.
That's great.
morning.
That is great.
And then this is that open source Neros media player that has now been hacked for YouTube support.
Nice.
This
Neros.
is- Yeah, it's basically a set-top box.
Yeah, I've heard about that
Network
thing.
set-top box deal.
Yeah.
And it's all open. And they're like, build stuff for it. We'll give you money.
Okay.
But the company's like, it's a cool app. We'll give you some money for it.
They'll probably get some of that happening.
Well, it's different than like the Apple TV is cool when it's hacked.
Right.
At least this place, they're like, hey, hack it,
Right.
make it cooler,
Right.
rather than locking it down and being a douche. Like, you probably spend $300 on that thing with a hard drive in it, and it does HD out, and you can't play DivX and XVID out of the box.
Yeah.
Really?
Right.
Wow, that was smart.
Good thinking there, folk.
You haven't alienated anyone there because no one has AVI files sitting around.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd know what an AVI is. What it is if you showed me.
That's my preferred format that I even encode on the Mac as an AVI.
Yeah.
Because it'll play everywhere, but not the damn MOV. I don't need a MOV.
Exactly.
But yeah, I don't know. It's something to watch, especially when they come down in price. Because I think they were like $300, but if it comes down, it gets to like 100 and something. That'd be just a cool device to have.
Yeah.
To hook on a TV in a different room to be able to get to media. And beyond that, I guess that's the end of the show. So we'll see if the world survives the iPhone sale on Friday.
Mm-hmm. Holy shit.
People fucking have been camping out already.
Awesome.
You're like, you don't have a job, and you're buying a $600 telephone.
Yeah,
Brian
wow.
will get one. I'm sure he will.
Yeah.
Yep.
I wouldn't mind the 3rd generation. Once they're on Verizon and other
Yeah.
networks.
That you can buy at Target.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're like that, I'll get it. But $600, really? Wow. That's like half a laptop.
Yeah, it is.
A month's rent.
Yeah. Well, cool, but thanks for joining us for the Technodifier.
Indeed.
Bye.
I'm an alien.
Again. Well, you see, I don't really know, you see, because I'm an alien. So I do.
I'm an alien.
Sorry.